As a matter of fact, it's going to be so special that we're going to give you something that everyday struggling worker can earn a double-digit return on your $50, even if you have less than $100 to your name. That's it. Even with the less than $100 to your name, we're going to show you something today that you can use to put more money into your pocket. As a matter of fact, a double digit. Now, how do we go about doing this? All right, let's go ahead and see how we're going to go about doing this. First of all, we want to figure out who is this for, okay? If you're on this webinar, and if you are frustrated with your current financial situation, or maybe you want to wipe away the daily stress of paying bills and not having money, I can understand that because I've been there. Or maybe perhaps in the near future, you want to get rid of your boss, or spend time on a vacation with your vacation on a beach, or spend time with your family or friends rather than in the office, okay? Because we know on the everyday person, the everyday struggling individual is either you're spending time in the office, daydreaming about a vacation, and wishing that you could spend more time with your family, the people that you love the most. But you can't do that. But we're going to show you a way that we can get this to you, okay? So does this apply to you? Because if it applies to you, you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and most important of all, listening to the right message. So if this does apply to you, you're doing the right thing. We're going to reveal the secret to you. Now, I want to talk about something a little bit in the history. Now what would you do if you knew where all the gold was back in the gold rush days? What would you do? So, if you think about that, a lot of people back in the gold rush days, back in the 1800s, well, they didn't understand gold. They just saw it as something, this little shiny object that looked really pretty, but they didn't know where to get it, or how they could use it to go ahead and make a lot more things with it. It was pretty much one of those things where they knew about the gold, they knew there was some value to it, but they didn't really understand how to benefit from that. Now, I want you to think about this. If you were to put yourself back in that time, okay, most people you would look around and see would not even understand how to go about getting gold. It was only until they realized that there's a value to gold that everybody went ahead and rushed out to the West to try to grab it. And when they rushed out to the West to try to grab it, by that time it was too late. The people that got all the gold, well, they got all the gold for themselves, and they start businesses that continue to make a lot more money so they can have the lifestyles and pass all that wealth down throughout the generations. Now, that was 100 years ago, right? Over 100 years ago. I want you to think about this today. What if we had a new gold of today? Okay, and what I'm talking about, a gold rush of today, would be intertwined with the internet. We call this thing Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin is the new internet gold. Now, I know you're probably wondering, hey, are we talking about an investment here or none of that? No, we're not talking about any kind of investment or anything like this. I'm going to give you some background information that the vast majority of the everyday people throughout this world, they don't understand. But I'll tell you who does understand this. The wealthy people understand this clearly, okay? So basically what we have is Bitcoin is what we call a cryptocurrency. Now, this is just a fancy way of saying this is a new form of money that is built to be used on the internet, okay? The one thing that makes this very different from any other currency out there right now is that it's not supported by a single country, yet it's being used by all the countries. It can't be controlled, dominated. It can't be owned by any one individual, okay? This is truly a decentralized way of building wealth, because everybody, as long as you have access to the internet, you can use this currency. And what makes it more important is that as all these billions of people all over the world, in every country on this earth start to use the internet more, start using the Bitcoins to purchase the things that they want more, the value is going up. And when I'm saying going up, we're talking about this value is going over $1,000 just for one Bitcoin, which means the more you own, just like in the gold rush, the more you make. And I want you to understand that. I'm going to say that again. The more you own, just like in the gold rush, the more you can make with this new Bitcoin, which is the new internet gold. Now, over the past 6 months, this value has increased well over $500. As a matter of fact, we're over $1,000 right now. So what does it mean to you, right? It means if you had a way to get more Bitcoin, you can make more money, just like with the gold rush. If you could go back in the day and you had a way to find where all the gold was, you could make more money. Now, the question is, where can you get more Bitcoin from? And this is where I want to go ahead and share this with you, okay? We have different programs out there. And then the one program that I want to share with you today that's going to allow you to do exactly what I'm told you to do before, which is to get access to more of this Bitcoin so that you can make a lot more money, have a lot more money stored away for your rainy day, or maybe to do some of the things that you always wanted to do. Well, the solution to this problem of you being able to get Bitcoin very easily is through using Fund My Cause. Now, Fund My Cause is a program that's built upon giving a donation to a community. And this is a community, ready for this? A community of people helping people financially to get access to Bitcoin. Now, your cause or the community member's cause could be anything out there, anything whatsoever. It could be, hey, you want to pay your bills, okay? Or hey, you want to save some money because you want to get a down payment on a house that you've been dreaming of owning. Or maybe you want to retire from your job, or maybe you're in retirement right now and you're looking to the future and you're realizing that your 401k is not going to last you 20, 30, 40, or 50 years possibly, okay? So you're a little bit on the worried side about what is life going to be like in the future for you, okay? So the thing is that your cause or the community members' causes could be anything they want it to be, including donating money to other organizations to help other people. Now, the Fund My Cause is based on one thing, Bitcoin. Bitcoin and a one-time out-of-pocket cost, one-time out-of-pocket fee. That's one time. And here's the secret here. Are you ready for this? If you had less than $100 to your name, which is a lot of people, and you wanted to take that $50 that you had and turn it into, say, $500, Fund My Cause provides everything you need in order to have that happen. I'm going to kind of break this down as you're looking at the screen here, okay? You may start out with a $50 or $60 contribution to join the Fund My Cause community. Now, this is just, like I said before, a community of people that want to help you financially, whereas people helping people. Now, with one donation, all right, that's going to allow you to start to possibly have other people donate to you within our community. It activates your account. Now, I want you to think about this. What does that really mean? That means that if you had $50 and you had literally thousands of people in this community that are more than willing to donate to your cause, which could be you, now you have a way to get more Bitcoin, which is getting more value in the future. Now, that's pretty powerful, because what happens if this Bitcoin that we're using within Fund My Cause goes from $1,000 to $2,000, which some experts are predicting, by the way? That means that you just made a lot more money. Wouldn't you say? A lot more money. And I think that that's a good thing when it comes to being able to get the things that you want to get. Now, the best thing, what I like about this is that somebody asked me the other day, they said, you know, I understand this thing about Bitcoin, and I understand the thing about Fund My Cause. It sounds really, really good, but what am I going to do if I have a Bitcoin and I want to go to my, local grocery store? Okay, what happens when I want to go around the corner to spend some money, but they don't take Bitcoin? Now, That's a good question. And one of the things that I'm going to bring out to you, show you, is that, you know, you can get money sent directly to you immediately. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how is this, you know, how can this happen? But I want you to think about that. If you had gold, if I gave you all the gold in the world, okay, all the gold in the world, and you needed to go to the local 7-Eleven to buy some milk, okay, you would have to take your gold bar, go to a specialist, have it melted down, and then you would have to go to another specialist to go ahead and have it evaluated, have it weighed, and then possibly then they can issue you some currency, some money, just to go ahead and sell your gold. Now that's not possible. So obviously there has to be a better way to be able to get access to the things that you need with the money that you have. And with Bitcoin now, you can convert it to dollars, money, everyday money that you use with a click of a button, and have it sent to your PayPal or to a direct deposit into your bank. Is that easy now? It really is that easy. So we're talking about you being able to get a donation of maybe say $100 or $200 possibly. And with a click of a button, you can have that sent to your PayPal account, or have that sent direct to your direct deposit into your bank so that you can have it stashed away. This is your money to do whatever you want to do with it. And that's the beautiful thing about Bitcoin, and makes it very, very different, because let's face it, folks, this happens, something like this comes along maybe once every 100, 200 years. We're not talking about this is going to be something that could, you know, like the iPhone that's going to come up with a version 1, then version 2, then version 3, year after year after year. No, there's only going to be so much of these Bitcoins that are going to be allowed to be released to the world. So and right now we're at 75% of the Bitcoins, right? So that means that the more you get right now, the more they're going to be worth in the future. And that's why you're seeing the value of these things come over $1,000. Now, I know right now you're probably saying, oh, this sounds really good. You know, this sounds really, really good, Cedric. But I have a question. Does that mean that in order for me to get one Bitcoin, I have to spend $1,000? Well, the answer to that, of course, is no, because unlike other currencies where you would have to do something like that just to get one of anything, okay, Bitcoin, you can go in there and say, well, I only have $20. Can I get $20 worth of Bitcoin? And the answer to that would be yes. Or you could say, I only have $5 or $2. Can I get $2 or $5 worth of Bitcoin? And the answer again would be yes. And then what you will notice is that you hold on to that, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, the value of this goes up higher and higher and higher. And pretty soon, guess what? You actually have more money that you can deposit into your bank, deposit into your PayPal account. Now, how does this work with Fund My Cause? Because as I said before, you know, to be able to get access to this kind of currency, cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, you would like to leverage a larger community, because let's face it, we are not all out there, and we don't all have access to thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to be able to do some of the things that we see millionaires on TV do on a daily basis. They make it look very easy, but they kind of had a good head start, right? So you need a way to leverage what you have in your pocket today so that you can make things a lot better in the future tomorrow. And through Fund My Cause, it's all about leverage of a community where people go to help other people financially to get access to this wonderful thing we call Bitcoin. Okay, and I'm going to kind of break this thing down here, because remember, this is just a one-time out-of-pocket donation, not on a, you know, you're not going to come out of your pocket every single month, just one time to go ahead and get activated in it. Okay, and so here's how it kind of breaks itself down. So basically, what you're going to have, you're only going to make 2 donations at any given time to receive more donations. Let me say that again. You only make 2 donations of Bitcoin, and we help you get that, okay, at a given time to receive more donations. And so when we break this thing out here and how we have 6 levels of donations, and there is some some amazing money that can be calculated, what you can get on a monthly basis that people are going to donate to you, okay? This is not a one-time deal, monthly basis. Okay, so let's kind of just take a look at this. On the very first time when you use Fund My Cause and you join our absolutely wonderful community, you're going to be considered at level 1. That's going to allow you to get 2 donations. Now, 2 donations, okay, with a Bitcoin value of 0.05. Now, don't get confused with all these 0.05s, 0.2. The main thing is that with 2 donations, that's $100 that comes to you. $100 in your pocket. Right? That's going to come to you. Now, remember, to get involved with our community is just 1 donation, and it's based on the value of Bitcoin. And that's right now ranging between $50 and $60 because it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and go down. So it kind of depends on when you decide that you want to go ahead and take action. But either way, you're on level 1, and that's going to be worth, donations going to you is going to be 2. Okay, 2 donations going to be worth $100. Now the level 2, all right, level 2, guess what? We double that. We double the number of donations that members can donate to you, all right? And that's going to give you to 200 right now, $1, about $200. Now, how do you go from level 1 to level 2? Here's how you do it. Every single level that you go up to, you just donate to 2 members. That's it. 2 members. That's the only thing you do, 2 members. And as you start making more and more money, right, you'll end up donating a little bit more on every single level to 2 members. That's just going to make you eligible for all these other members to start donating to you on these levels. Now, how does this all work? This sounds like a scam. This sounds like a pyramid scheme, right? We've heard these things before. Now, here's the one thing that I absolutely love about Fund My Cause, because I've worked in network marketing, I worked in affiliate marketing, I worked in all kinds of different businesses, and professionally in corporate America. And here's the one thing I've kind of noticed with a lot of things, is that there's usually one person at the top that's going to make all the money. And everybody at the bottom, they're going to be struggling trying to make the same amount of money that the person at this top is. And as long as they stay in it, that person at the top keeps making money, and hopefully the people at the bottom will be able to claw their way to the top. I call that the blue crab syndrome. So if you guys have ever watched these blue crabs, right, you put them all in a barrel, right, and one crab tries to crawl its way out of a barrel, the other crabs, well, they'll just pull them back down. They'll just pull them back down. That's just the way they go about their business. One goes up, the other goes down, right? And when you're dealing with a structure where you are dealing with a pyramid scheme, guess what? You get all of these politics that come into place because everybody's trying to get out. But if that one person gets a little bit above you, the other person pulls them right back down, right? We all understand that. But what Fund My Cause is a bit different here. See, Fund My Cause is based on this. Everybody in the community that is up above the others, they're all working to help the people at the bottom first. The people at the bottom of the community, the newest members, they get paid first. They're making sure that they're taken care of first. The system that Fund My Cause uses is built upon this belief that the people that come in should first be the ones to get paid. And the more people that help those at the bottom, the more money that the people at the top can start making. Now, shouldn't that be the way that we go about business and life in general? Shouldn't that be the way that we are going to be able to progress in life and get the things that we want out of life? But we kind of do things differently in the other realm of this world, right? It's about, hey, how much can I get, without putting in anything in, all right? And we have some people that had a lot of success by living life doing those things. This is a bit different. It changes everything. The internet changes everything. it's all about those people at the bottom getting helped. And if we can get them help, then the people at top can get even more help doing the things that they want to do. Now, if we look back at this page here, now if we go to level 2, we have 4 donations that you're eligible. That means that you donated to 2 more people after you're able to help people at the bottom go ahead and get their 2 people. All right. And the same thing goes up for 8, level 3, level 4, 16, level 5, 32, and the maximum level is level 6, which is 64. Now, what does that mean as far as dollars and cents? As we pointed out before, we had at level 2, look to the right here, we had $201. All right. At level 3, right? At level 3, that means that you've donated basically 3 times. Okay. Now you're going to be eligible to make $804 of donations being sent to you. This goes all the way down to level 4, where you're making $33,218 off a $50 donation, folks. A $50 donation, and you're turning that into $3,218. That's pretty good. That's pretty doggone good, right? I want you to think about that, so that if you can take $50 and turn that into $3,218 without you putting, I don't know, an hour in at work, that's not bad. That's not a bad income to have coming in on a monthly basis. Now, we also even go down to level 5 and level 6, which gets really interesting, because at level 5, all right, that means you got 32 members that are going to be able to donate to you. That comes out to $16,093. Now, I can tell you, just by looking at the numbers, because I am a numbers guy, that $16,093, that covers pretty much over 90% of people's mortgages, healthcare, insurance, vacations, car payments. $16,000 is a lot of money. Even if you're an executive in corporate America, that's a lot of money. But that's not the best thing, because by level 6, as everybody keeps helping each other, you can go all the way up to $64,375 monthly off a $50 donation. Now, I want you to think about this, and I want you to really think about this. Would this be something that is worth your time in putting an hour a day into doing, right? You're not selling a product. You're not getting products delivered to your door, so you have to stockpile them into your closet or not, whatnot. You're not trying to persuade anybody to go ahead and do anything they want or they don't want to do, because this solves one problem. You need access to money. You need to work with other people that are willing to help you, right? So with that being said, since you're not selling anything, the only thing you're doing is people that want help tend to go ahead and want to join because they want help, okay? Now, Fund My Cause is the ultimate way to turn $50 to $500. As I just pointed out, you can turn $50 into a whole lot more than just $500. But it's something that I think that anybody out here can participate in, leverage a community of people, of thousands of people, to allow you to do the things that you want to do. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because the mere fact that you have Bitcoin, and every time you get a little bit more Bitcoin, it's starting to go up higher and higher and higher, which is, again, even making even more money for you to do the things that you want to do. Now, I'm going to open up the microphones here, the mics here, and see if I can get anybody that has any kind of questions. So bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to unmute everybody. Let's see.
You copy that address.
Okay. All right. So here we are. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, make sure it's the correct one.
All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Guys are doing, he got me on there.
See if I can. Right now, I'm not getting any questions. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and do everybody here. Let's see here. All right, I'm still not hearing any questions.
All right, so now you make sure you write good notes of what you just did.
Definitely hear San Warren talking here. So let me go ahead and mute him. All right, so let me mute San Warren. All right. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions? All right. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm going to assume that we got a few more people here. I'm going to go ahead and I definitely got Lonnie. All right. Bam. All right. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to kind of talk for a little bit, for a quick second, about what does this mean to you really, okay? And I want you to think about your situation currently right now. And it really, really did kind of, oops, let me go ahead and put that back, but it really did kind of make me think about some things here, because here you have everybody that's working on a 9-to-5 job on a daily basis, okay? On a daily basis. And here's the thing, you only have 24 hours in the day, 24 hours in the day. I recently had somebody tell me that they may have to get another job in order to just get the things that they need. Now, I want you to think about this. If they're already working 8 hours out the day and they have to get another job, then that means that they're talking about 16 hours out the day, right? 16 hours out the day. That's going to be very difficult to do on a daily basis with 16 hours out the day. Now, that's the dilemma that most people have. When you trade your time for money, you only have 24 hours out of the day to make that money. And if you're not able to go and spend that extra time, you can't make that extra money. And even then, the money that you make is going to be taxed, and you're not going to get everything that you need. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. Go ahead and mute. But the point here is really that what we want to do is we want to make sure that everybody has a possibility, the chance to be able to make the additional money that they currently need. And by leveraging a community of people, we can make that happen. We can make that happen. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you guys one more time, if you have any questions, okay, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me, or if you have questions later on, get back with the people or the person that gave you the link to this webinar, because they can go ahead and answer those questions for you because they're part of the community. And with that being said, I want to wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I want you to have a good time. Hopefully it's not going to be too cold where you're at. I know some places you got a lot of cold going on, but either way, find a way to enjoy it. And my name is Cedric Rogers, and I want to thank you guys for spending the time with me.
Cedric.
Yep.
This is Ray. Grace Lavigny had you've got 2 or 3 questions in the chat.
Oh,
okay. They're not
I
using their mics, but they do have it in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Ray. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bring that chat up. I see. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see here.
I had answered Grace, Cedric, I had answered Grace and let her know that whoever brought her to the webinar should send her their link, and that person should be able to walk her through the process of signing up, because she had asked if she has to send her money directly to that person.
Great.
That was Ashante.
Okay, thank you, Ashanti. And I just kind of want you guys to notice, if you're on here for the first time, you notice you have other community members that are stepping up for you to make sure you're going to be okay. That's the whole basis from my class. It's about helping other individuals be able to accomplish things financially, and in this case, just helping you out to get started. All right, I'm going to go through these. Are there any other questions that I might have missed? I apologize for it.
Somebody asked Cedric if there was if it was being recorded.
If it's being recorded, I don't think this is being recorded, because I kind of ran out of record space. I apologize. What I will do is that there's going to be another recorded webinar that's going to be posted, and it's going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to go into things a little bit more detail so that you can watch at your leisurely. And that way, I think that's going to work out a little bit better. Okay. Are there any more questions that anybody might have?
Willie Stewart has one.
Okay.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you could speak a little bit on any marketing activities that you're doing on the team.
Okay, sure. So with Fund My Cause, what we're starting up right now is that we have a number of different things that we have for marketing, okay? We provide a lot of information concerning the different videos that are actually on YouTube right now. We also have, we have this more complex thing called a sales funnel, which is basically we buy a bunch of traffic or a bunch of visitors to come to our website and help you get signups and people in the community so that people can go ahead and join and leverage our community overall. And that's something that we do, we're doing on a frequent basis. We just got done doing this recently, and we'll be doing this again and again and again. Now, the wonderful thing about that is it takes no technical skills. All of this is done for you. All of this, the website. There's no technical skills that you really truly need to have other than just the will to join our community and participate. That's basically it. You also will notice that we have our Facebook group where we have a lot of the top that will give away free things like different graphics that you can post on social media like Facebook so that other people can see things and have things explained to them and be able to go ahead and come to you and say, hey, I'd like to get a little bit more information. So the whole idea is so that you don't have to go ahead and do selling. This isn't something that you sell. Hopefully that kind of answered your question there, Willie.
San was wanting you to unmute him again.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and unmute San. All right, let me first find out. All right.
I might say this, everybody else, that if you're on the phone, if you'll hit *6, that will mute you where we don't hear all your background, and you can mute your microphones if you're on a computer as well.
Thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
Hey, Sam Warren, are you there?
Hey, what's going on, Cedric? Can you hear me?
I can. Folks, I want to introduce you guys to Sam Warren. This guy here is one of the top leaders, and he is just doing a lot of teaching. He teaches you on a daily basis, and he's been doing this for over a month now. And I want to introduce you to this guy because he's really busy all the time. I was just fortunate to get him on this webinar with us so that he can kind of give you, from his insight, what Fund My Cause is doing for him, how is it helping other people, and how hopefully in the future is going to help you. Sam Warren.
Right. Thank you so much, Cedric. I wanted to just come on here and tell you guys that Fund My Cause, the system, the platform that we have, it works. The only thing is you have to just really, I know people are saying, hey, what marketing things do you have and all that, but you really have to hit it home, the simplicity. This is not your regular network marketing deal. If you're approaching it that way, then you're not getting the results you need. If you approach it from two people who really trust in you, I talked to two people yesterday, and I told them, I said, before the presentation is over with, I want you to hear this and always leverage somebody else. If you are talking to these people on your own, you're doing wrong. It's some skills that you've learned when you first started in this is three-way, not the three-way call, but the three-way positioning. If you have one or two people that are working together, you have good. You guys might know it as good guy, bad guy, or the good cop, bad cop. It's always that one person, but we're not going to take it to that extreme. We have two people working together. Say like me and Cedric. If the person is my personal contact, I'm going to leverage Cedric as the expert. If the person is Cedric's personal contact, then he's going to leverage me as the expert. Each person has to play their role. If that person knows you, no matter what you say, they're automatically pretty much in the defensive mode to know. They will listen to a stranger before they listen to you because they know you. So most of you guys are going through this thing trying to close and get people interested on your own. That's not the way you do it. The way you do it is, hey, I know this guy. I can't explain everything about it to you. I know someone who can tell you a little bit better. Even if you know, I know how to speak this thing inside and out. I have a guy that I ride with, Tom DeLuca. When I have someone to talk to, I don't care who it is. I call Tom and say, what does your 3 o'clock look like tomorrow? He says, I'm not busy. Cool. You have to do this. You have to take that approach. Until you have your own level of success, it's not about how much you know, it's how much in your bank account. If your bank account looks good, your confidence level is a lot better. It seems like your words come out a lot sweeter. Your movement, your smiles, your activity, everything's a lot sweeter when you're making money in some type of opportunity. Once you guys start making this Bitcoin and it starts being delivered to you by the dump loads, the truckloads, when you start making more than $100 in this, you're gonna have a whole different perspective of this opportunity. So you're gonna talk to people a lot differently. And like I said, new life, new blood. If you're not going at it by yourself, if you're bringing somebody to the meeting with you, hey, if that person's a heavy hitter, you shouldn't be trying to close them by yourself. If that person's a regular person, you shouldn't be trying to close them by yourself. You should play the system. The system works. You know what it is? It's the people. It's not the system. The system does work, but you have to have the right people. If you're paying people's way in, you're hurting yourself. If you're convincing people to do something that they already know they need to do for their own lives, you're hurting yourself. You only want to invite the solid 2 people that is really interested in building their business. Because look, it's not how much money you make today. It's not how much money you make tomorrow. And it's not how much money you make at the end of the month. It's how much residual you create. If you can't get anybody to purchase your business for more than $100, then you're not making no residual yet. When I look at, I said, look, I invested what, $50. Okay, I can sell it for $1,000. I can sell my business today for $1,000. You don't think somebody, if I can get more than 50 out of it, okay, it's worth $1,000. How much would you give me? If you can't say that about your business, then you're not doing what you need to do. So what we want to do is we want to help you, but we got to have you working with us. There's too many people watching this thing happen, and you're not really applying yourself. Maybe you got other activities that are going on, but are they really making you any residual? How would you like to invest $50 into your cause and make $1,000 every month? Well, we can show you how to do that. We need the right people working with us, not working against us. If you come in and you still haven't brought in your 2, you're working against the team. If we put 5 people under you, you still haven't done what you're supposed to do in this team. So your everyday should be bring 2 people in. I can't give you guys the miracle sauce. It comes with hard work, dedication, and a belief in what you're doing. If you're not producing, it's because you really don't believe in this thing called Fund My Cause or Bitcoin. If I'm wrong, somebody please inbox me today and tell me saying, I really believe, but it just doesn't work for me. If you do that, then I guarantee you I can assess what you're doing and we can turn that around. But I can't help you if you're not willing to come to get help. I'm watching and I'm seeing too many people fall out that had good people working with them. And like Cedric said, we have funnel systems, we have training calls, we have all these things, but none of those things amount to anything if you're not willing to work it. If you're not willing to share it with your friends. If you're too embarrassed and you're playing secret agent, then it's never going to happen for you. how can some people go to every opportunity and make money and you can't? It's no difference between you and that person. The difference is in the effort that you put out. So what I want to leave you guys with, I don't know if you guys can see me rubbing my nose, but what I want to leave you guys with is if you're having trouble, if you're really having trouble, and you really want to make a success of this business, what I want you to do is I want you to inbox me today. Inbox me today. I want to know who's really wanting to be on the second wave. We made it past the first month. The first month is always a separation. There's a lot of zeros happening. I want to know who is ready for the second wave. The second wave is going to be even harder than the first. Why? Because we have to go back and we got to reconstruct and we got to reposition ourselves. So I want to know, we have over 100, 200 people on our team. I want to know who is ready to really take it to the next level, because I need everybody working with me and Cedric, not me and Cedric just working. And hopefully I'm not hurting any new people that's on this call. If you're new and you don't know how to do set up your wallet, if you don't know how to log into your back office and get registered, we have people that can help you with that. Make sure you get with me or some of the team leaders. Make sure you're plugged into the Facebook group. Make sure you get the help you need. Don't just sit here and expect that it's going to fall under you. It's not. I talked to a guy yesterday. He says he likes passive businesses. There's no such thing as passive. There's no such thing as passive. Let me tell you why. Somewhere, somehow, somebody has to do some work. There's no such thing as free. Somewhere, somehow, somebody has to pay. Money cannot be, the government can make money out of thin air, but we can't. Okay? Somewhere, somehow, somebody has to pay. So if you're signing up for systems that says, oh, it's totally free, it's not free. Somebody is paying something. If you're signing up in systems and says, oh, it's passive, it's not passive. Somebody somewhere is doing something. It's just you receiving the passive rewards because you're not doing anything. Guess how much you could actually have if you actually did something. And this is the same thing here. We only need 2 people to work with those 2 people. So if you guys come along with us, I have like 100 some people. I personally put in about 30 and still putting in people. Most of my people are under you guys and you still haven't done anything. And then you tell me these guys are superstars and they have so many people in other businesses, but they can't do a simple, they need videos and they need training and they need capture pages. No, you don't. You know how I know? Because I go to my 30-some friends and I say, do you trust me? And they say, yes. Do you want to make some money? Yes. Do you know anything about Bitcoin? No. Well, here it is. Now, where's your $50? It's just that simple. If you can't speak to people on that manner, then you need to start getting yourself more social and you need to practice on connecting to people. That's it. Thank you, Cedric. Hey, Cedric, can you do one thing for me?
Sure. Yep.
Hey, can we rewind today's presentation and then maybe record it?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting that together, and so we'll have it. Yeah.
So we can get the recording out there. Look, I'm telling you guys, it just seems like, in an internet marketing opportunity, you can compound time frames. It seems like 4 years seems like 100 years. I've been doing this since 91, but I've been online for since 2009, 2010. I got online at about the end of 2009. So it's been about a little bit over, 4 or 5, 2009. No, it's been longer than that. Well, actually really hitting it big probably in the last 4 years. But what I see happening is people aren't really learning. They're not really learning this stuff. they're still doing the same stuff they was doing back in 1991, expecting a different result. That's what is so puzzling about this. And all I'm saying is, to make a difference here, we're going to have to step outside our comfort zone and do some different things. The main thing is you're going to have to come in and support your team. And if you're not doing that, if you're not plugged in, there's some people that's here today that never show up. There are some people here today that never go out and really talk to people about what we have. So in order for us to change that, we're going to have to do some different things and have a different mindset to move forward. You guys, it's getting harder in the Bitcoin industry. There's so many other people, so many different programs that's coming out, so many different programs that's out. I mentioned this to you guys a couple of weeks ago. You have to focus on what you have, and you have to build it while you can, because it's not going to be so easy getting people to know about Bitcoin. So continue to try to get the word out and share it with your people. Hopefully you guys got something out of today. If not, hey, me and Cedric, we're going to run it back again, and we're going to continue to show you guys how this thing works. And the ones that are ready to work, like I said, inbox me today. Let me know that you're still in it to win it. Let me know that you're still ready to take it to another level. That's it for me, Ced. I'm sorry for talking so long.
All right. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get things together and have something, a video out there for you guys to go ahead and take a look at, so that you can refresh your memory with this. You know, if you're brand new to this, this is a really good opportunity. And you're going to see me coming on talking about this more and more and more, because I already understand how it has to be processed. Sometimes you have to get familiar with something and feel more comfortable with it. And that's exactly what I intend to do, to go ahead and give you the information that you're going to need. So with that being said, we're coming down to our closing time. Are there any additional questions that you may have about turning $50 to $500 or more? All right. Well, that's good to hear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close it down now, and I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your busy Saturday, and I'm hoping that everything goes well for you. Goodbye.